Time by FP Joan, brought to you by Sincere Fine Watches.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Elvin Yang.
And I'm Glenda Chong. You're watching Primetime News on Channel News Asia. Now, in the headlines, a roller coaster ride for stocks across most of Asia after a sharp downturn on Wall Street overnight.
Hong Kong hands out billions of dollars in tax cuts and one-off rebates paid from a booming economy.
Thailand's finance minister.
Hello everyone, I'm Timothy Go. We've come to the end of That's IT, but just for the season. It's been such a hectic season that saw us through Christmas, New Year, Valentine's, even Lunar New Year. So my team and I are really looking forward for some well-deserved R&R. And as tradition goes, we go out with a big bang. So this week, we turn the spotlight to music and sound. Well, things have changed in the soundscape, from the way we listen to our music to the way music is made and delivered to our ears.
3, 2, 1.
You'll watch me.
Music for you can be just sound for him, and simply noise for the one who lives above you. Rock, R&B, jazz, pop, K-pop, Filipino love ballads, or musical show tunes. Whatever it is you listen to, it is your own business. Dig into my own music collection and you'll know just how uncool my music taste really is. I'm one of those guys who still buy CDs and listen to CDs in an antique sound system. Now, I bet most of you own an MP3 player or two and download music online. In fact, the soundscape has moved on so much, the delivery of music from the recording studio to our ears has also changed. Did Napster start it all? Perhaps. No matter how we listen to our music, one thing is for sure, we want sound that is good and pleasing to our individual ears.
Okay, Christian, for you as a performer, what will make a good sound?
What will make a good sound? Well, it has to be from the heart. It has to be real. Whatever song it is, when you're singing it to someone or to an audience, they really have to feel it. And no matter if it's fast, rock, or ballads, if they feel it, they really love the sound.
As a young performer, Christian does have strong opinions on the type of mics he'd like to use.
I also use a Sennheiser mic.
You also use a Sennheiser
Yes, I
mic.
do. It's crisper, and it's more brilliant than the other mics. So, especially if you're singing in a group, you'll really hear me when I use it.
Actually, there's a lot of tests to do, like with microphones, you know. You have to take in consideration also like how big the set is and how the sound, you know, knocks on the walls here, you know. There's many aspects. So we're using a Shure microphone, which is a lot of musicals, they use that because they're very unidirectional. So like it only takes what comes from this side and it's about that big, the microphone. It's very small, and the microphone is really on the top of it. So like if you sing, let's say there, it doesn't really catch, let's say. So you don't hear the crowd, you don't hear what's going on stage. So really concentrate on the sound of your voice.
For musical theater, the requirements are a bit different. Okay, so what does it take then if you have a good mic, if you can hear yourself, monitor yourself properly? What about out there for the rest of the guys? What does it take for us to actually feel everything that you're singing?
Well, there's a lot of technical things. Actually, there's like the sound guy, the main sound guy, which called his name is Laurent Dumont. You have to been around. You know, like you have to do a lot of tours before you're starting to do the avenues like this as big as that. These guys have a lot of experience, you know, so they take, because nobody has the same voice, so, you know, mine is maybe, I don't know, lower than another one, so they have to do the right EQ so that people in the crowd, they hear, you know, as close as possible as my real voice is, you know, and it's very simple, and but at the same time it's quite hard to do, because sometimes, you know, venues like this are so big, you know, that if you just touch, you know, that button just a little too much, you know, it can mess everything up, you know. So that's why it's very important to have a very good experienced guy on the board.
So it is not just the mic a singer sings into that matters. The entire venue, from speakers to technicians, will have to be responsible.
Sometimes artists prefer either an ear monitor or a monitor for the stage. And of course, there's the house music. So if you can't hear yourself, you'll have to exert more effort. So you really have to have good speakers, good sound system so that you won't get too tired. And so that the audience will also really hear your true voice, your true sound. If your speakers suck, you know, even though you're really good as a singer, they won't hear it. It won't translate to them. If it doesn't translate, then it's nothing. So speakers are very important.
Experts say music is whatever our ears perceive it to be. So while Christian sings songs that are music to our ears, it could be nothing but irritating noise to others.
Sound, as one of the perceptions, is individualized, and we do not exactly know how we perceive sound. But there are certain conventions that attribute to a good sound. I think if you take those extremes, classical concert or dance clubs, I would classify most of those things in the dance clubs as exaggerated noise today.
So what does Beyonce and Alicia Keys have in common? They both use the Sennheiser-Neumann professional range of microphones. And while some performers can be so precise with what kind of mic they want to use for recording and for singing on stage, Filipino rockers River Maya remains indifferent.
I tend to not stick to one brand or one type of microphone. I use a microphone that will suit what I'm doing. If it's a concert, I'd go for the dynamic microphones, maybe like the Shores. But recording is a whole different process. I sometimes use the microphone that's built in on my computer or the really expensive Neumanns.
Wow, this guy knows his stuff.
On stage, I prefer to use the mics that are round, with a round grill, just because I've been accustomed to singing using those microphones ever since. So once in a while, if I get any other shape of microphone, I get distracted, and sometimes I mess up what I'm doing. So I prefer the round ones, no matter what brand.
And that perhaps rounds it all up. It doesn't matter what brand, as long as the voice sounds good and the song comes out sounding as close as possible to what the composer intended it to be.
Talk to me. On Primetime News, Indonesia's air safety record questioned again as a Garuda Airlines plane with Australian diplomats on board overshoots the runway and bursts into flames.
Hard disk drive, multi-format DVD drive, hybrid evolution. The world's first hybrid DVD and hard disk camcorder. Only from Hitachi.
Thursday on Conversation With. He's the son of a senator and the grandson of a president. But Philippine Senator Mar Rojas is more than just the product of a prominent family. The Economist has made it his mission to lift the average Filipino's life.
There's no greater satisfaction that I can receive than a stranger come up to you and say, thank you, I now have a job.
Watch Senator Mar Rojas of the Philippines on Conversation With. Thursday at 9:30 p.m.
This program is brought to you by Subaru Tribeca.
The sun rises early in Puerto Galera, Philippines. The residents don't seem to mind. They wake up to this. A house that defies boundaries between indoors and out.
When it rains, you need an umbrella to get to your bedroom. It's part of the whole experience.
Enjoy the view in the House of Style. Sunday, 10:30 p.m.
Brought to you by UOB International Home Loan, linking you to your overseas dream home.
Talk
to me.
Welcome back to That's IT. Now imagine having a job that sees you flying all across the world in many exotic places. Sit back, chill out with a mug of beer or a glass of wine. Party and dance with pretty people every day. Interested? If you're considering a career change, why not be a club DJ? But there is a catch. You're not allowed to sleep at night. You work on all public holidays and in dimly lit environments. You probably also need to plan an early retirement in your early 30s.
There's definitely a limited lifespan on a DJ career, and you can't just keep DJing because there's so much young new talent coming through. You're going to get pushed aside. Lack of sleep, definitely lack of sleep. I can't think of anything else. No, it's all good.
Okay, and if you don't mind some of these setbacks and would like to find out more about the local music scene, where else can you go? The Ministry of Sound, of course. No, this has nothing to do with our local authorities. If you are not in the know of the latest, Ministry of Sound is the hottest club in town. With vast experience in DJing, Damien Saint, the resident DJ of MOS, has played alongside the world's best DJs like Paul Van Dyke and Paul Oakenfold. He's also crowned the #1 DJ in Thailand.
Life as a DJ is great. I'm lucky to be able to do what I love and have it as a job and a career as well at the same time. I get to party every week, I get to drink for free, I get to travel the world and get paid for it. And yeah, just get to have a good time every day. The scene in Singapore is definitely one of the flagship scenes of Asia. It's spread throughout the world now. The whole dance and DJ culture is spread, and you know, there were more turntables, CDJs and mixers sold than keyboards or guitars a few years ago. There'll always be the analog-digital argument, but it's never really bothered me. I stopped buying real vinyl when I first moved to Asia because it's so difficult to get it exported from the UK. You know, once you buy 10 records, it weighs quite a bit. This is the whole thing with the MP3 generation. You know, you can buy MP3s now. There's specialist dance music, you know, online stores where you can buy MP3s, and it's so cheap. I buy my music. I don't download illegally.
Okay, if this job interests you, well, maybe before you start spamming your resume to the local clubs, you may want Damien to give you a quick crash course on how to become a DJ.
Right, I said I could teach you basic beat matching. The best way I can teach you this is to use 2 copies of the same track, because they're going to be cut at the same tempo. For this, I'll set the tempo at 0 so that it's not going to drift. So I set that track off running. I've got exactly the same track on this turntable. I set the tempo. Let's just get that to beginning. They'll run pretty much at the same tempo now. I've locked the tempo so they're not going to drift. It's it, beat matched. Same tempo, so it's working.
Well, now that you know how it is to be a super DJ, it's time to get you equipped to start saving lives on the dance floor. Hang on a minute, your old CD or record player won't do the trick. You need futuristic, state-of-the-art, cutting-edge, Area 51 type of stuff to work on, and one of the leading brands that make all this happen is Pioneer. Pioneer has been making pro DJ equipment for a very long time. Well, now at least I know why they're called Pioneer. The new DVJ 1000 not only allows you to have control over your CD or MP3 playbacks, using a turntable like Jog, this machine actually allows you to take control of your DVDs, a product for the disc and video jockey of tomorrow to create performance with video and sound. With the ability to play DVD discs and read MP3 formats, you now have almost 1,500 songs in just one disc. Talk about convenience and power. And to control the sound, the DJing 800 is what you'll need. Known for its high-quality audio and reliability, the new audio mixer by Pioneer offers 96 kilohertz, 24-bit sampling capabilities. The DJing 800 is also the first DJ mixer with the auto harmonic tuning system. What it does is that it automatically corrects the audio key of the chosen track to allow DJs to perform a perfect harmonic mix. And hopping on the bandwagon of digital audio is a pioneer of turntable specialists, Technique. This is a visually stunning, fully chrome, direct drive digital turntable. It provides one of the best vinyl turntable feels due to the fact the motor and platter have been built similar to the even popular Technique's SL1200 turntable. And talking about the turntable, here comes the legendary king of turntables, the Grandmaster SL121 M5G in 24K gold. This piece of equipment has class written all over it, probably something you'd want to display in your living room to show off your high life status.
I probably won't be saving lives as a DJ, just not my cup of tea. I'd rather sit back, relax, and let the therapeutic sound of music soothe my soul. Well, when we return, I'll show you some devices that will sure enhance your listening pleasure. We'll be right back.
Talk to me. On Primetime News, Indonesia's air safety record questioned again as a Garuda Airlines plane with Australian diplomats on board overshoots the runway and bursts into flames.
Joe and I are like brothers. We shared everything, our joys, our dreams. So when we celebrated like there was no tomorrow. That tomorrow never came. Now, Joe is gone. Drink driving shatters lives. Get the picture?
In Singapore, performers with stars in their eyes are given the chance to fulfill their lifelong dreams as a showbiz professional imparts her expertise to wannabes. Pop culture too is given street cred in Indonesian schools as a young mother aims to educate the young on the dangers of drug abuse. They are the Change Makers, Friday, 8:30 p.m. only on Channel News Asia.
Zany
66大顺
Cranky
不要冲动，不要冲动，小林，小林，老婆，我可以不要上这节目了吗
Loony
你就真的没有一个猜对。
Catch their hilarious antics as they strive to remain calm under pressure.
你要翻身就是这一题了。第一次哦，可以赢耶。
Get ready for The Numbers Game. Debuts Tuesday, 8 p.m. on Channel 8.
Vayu.
Hello, I'm Fusion PC. I am the new breed of Vayu. Vayu L. Sony.
Talk to me. Music with the depth of the seabed. Sound quality as precise as a mechanical watch, a balanced soundstage, and excellent body. Well, enough drooling for all you audiophiles out there. It's time to have a look at state-of-the-art musical equipment that is sure to blow your mind away. Let's take a trip to the Bose showroom and find out what they have to offer.
And really the sound system is powered by Bose and the Bose Lifestyle System, and that really starts with the media center here. And this is the heart of the system. It plays your DVDs, CDs. It actually can store 350 CDs in it digitally. One of the great things about the sound system is that, they always sound good in the showroom, and then you bring it home and it doesn't sound that great because your room acoustics play with it. The Bose lifestyle system is intelligent. It actually takes your room acoustics into consideration and adjusts it to give you the best sound possible.
How does it do that?
You actually have a headset that comes in, and when it plays some test sounds, and you sit in areas where you would sit in. From that, it'll take information from that and adjust sound to best fit those positions. So you're getting the best sound possible in that environment.
If that still doesn't suit your taste, maybe this will. The JBL Synthesis Atlas, powered by a 3 SK2 1000 4-way speaker system with dual 10-inch woofers, 6 hidden S4A multipole in-wall ambient surround speakers. In English, it means the cost of $500,000 high-end audio equipment to give you a true cinematic audio experience, and to your ears, one word says it all. Wow!
Now, if those are too expensive for your taste, how about let's have a look at some of the more affordable musical equipment that will still blow your mind away.
Many of us spend a lot of time on our personal computers, not only for work, but also for a little bit of entertainment. As access to different audio and video file formats is easier on the computer, a lot of us use our computers to listen to music, watch videos, and also enjoy gaming on our desktop. Audio specialists are hopping on this platform to provide us the best listening experience. Bose's new range of PC speakers, the Companion 5, is an attractively designed PC speaker system which comes with a true space technology. This technology uses a 2.1 speaker setup to deliver a convincing 5.1 surround setup. Now, it may be expensive, but you can use the cost of a sound card to fund this speaker, because with this speaker, you don't need a sound card. If design is what you want and price is a concern, maybe the new range of JBL PC speakers are what you would like. The new JBL Spyro and JBL Spot is the latest addition to the JBL's family of multimedia speakers. The finishing on the speaker looks good, and the sound quality is uncompromised. And talking about sound and style, the one product that has revolutionized personal audio device is definitely the iPod. iPod's successful formula is their clean design and the ease of use, and probably a lot of good branding and smart investment. Another good point about the iPod is definitely the huge range of accessories that comes with it. The latest addition to the iPod family is the second generation of iPod Shuffle. This tiny little MP3 player weighs only 0.55 ounce but can store an estimated 16 hours of music. The latest brand to join the lucrative MP3 market is Microsoft. The new Zune not only playback music and video, it also allows you to share.
We think also the digital music market is still very small. 5 or 6% of music is transacted digitally. So there's a huge growth in that area. We know consumers want choice, and we're offering it.
And Zune users don't have to worry about accessories because it is already on the lube. They are aggressively seeking partnership with accessory makers. And catching up the chase is the pioneer maker of portable music player, Sony. The new series of MP3 Walkman are no inferior to that of those in the race. In fact, it actually provides more functions and better sound quality. And look out, players, the old kids are back in the block, the new Sony Walkman NWA800 series. Headphones to go with your players, anybody?
Okay, these are the Bose noise-cancelling headsets. There's QC2 and the latest QC3 as you have. These are around the ear, and yours is on ear. And just put them on and we'll make sure that they're switched on. And what really these are, they're called the Quiet Comfort 3 because they have a wonderful, comfortable cushion. And really, it's about the patented noise-cancelling technology that Dr. Bose.
So am I supposed to hear you if I put this on?
If you put this on and it's switched on, it really cancels out 95% or so. It really dramatically reduces noise. This is great for all the ambient noise like air conditioning, plain cabin noise in a train, for example. It doesn't cancel the very high notes, and actually that's quite a good safety requirement.
The CX300 earphones by Sennheiser can also help enhance your listening pleasure. The new earphones are small and lightweight, and the sound quality, well, you have to hear it to believe it.
Well, someone once said, never let the demands of tomorrow interfere with the pleasure and excitement of today. We finally come to the end of Season 6 of That's IT. We've been to so many places. I'm still IT. You can always check us out on channelnewsasia.com/that'sit. I'm going to have to rush my... wrong. Even though this is therapeutic for the brain, all this shopping, whoops. Technologies at play, technologies that may...
Korean consumers are the catalyst that kept
Hackers then wait for the right opportunity to pounce on you when they find loopholes in your computer. That was pathetic. That's even more pathetic. Oh my goodness, what am I doing?
And its removable storage story. We're the first ones to
Actually, let's do it again. You have to talk to me.
Oh!
Well, if I forgot where the camera is, sorry. But if you're not sure what to...
Take two.
Media telecom industry, mobile telecom industry. It really has a way of zooming past, sorry, into handle. Do be responsible and be considerate to all those around you. What I'm trying to say is, what am I trying to say? There was one more line.
Channel News Asia, a network of MediaCorp News. Coming your way this March. Watch as 8 different companies seek help in bringing their businesses to the next level. Business Nanny. Explore the environmental and economic issues of green architecture. Design E-Square. Follow 12 CEOs on a 9-day expedition into Bhutan, a land often identified as the last Shangri-La. Project Happiness. Catch all these programs on Channel News Asia. Home. Habitat. Domicile. Abode. Providing Asian perspectives in an ever-changing landscape. Channel News Asia. Time by FP Jean. Brought to you by Sincere Fine Watches.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Melvin Yap.
And I'm Glenda Chong. You're watching Primetime News on Channel News Asia. In the headlines, an Indonesian plane overshoots the runway and bursts into flames as it lands in Yogyakarta.
Over in Sumatra, quake victims return to what's left of their homes as the official death toll is revised down to 52.
North Korea calls off talks with Japan aimed at normalizing.
Malaysia has signed an aviation pact with the...
From where you work out
all airlines from any...
This is Singapore Tonight. I'm David Nye.
to where you work.
Singapore is going into cyber
cyberspace. This with a launch.
8 p.m. in Shanghai, 9 p.m. in Tokyo. Good
Yes,
to have you with
I'm in
us.
Shanghai.
From over there
Be back tomorrow.
Also coming up ahead on
Singapore Fashion Festival
to
kicks off
over
today.
here.
And this year the spotlight is on Asia.
Everywhere you look, you'll find an Asian perspective.